Okay, this is a joint press statement by the National Dialogue Committee delegation leaders at the unveiling of the NADCO report today, 25th November 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, dear Kenyans, in the history of our great nation, Kenya, the people have always had the great resolve to face all challenges that occasion from time to time. With great courage and in the spirit of truth, unity, brotherhood, nationhood, and patriotism, the people of Kenya always emerge as the winners. On this 25th day of November 2023, the National Dialogue Committee, established through a parliamentary process of the people's representation, is proud to midwife to the people of the Republic of Kenya the NADCO 2023 report. We are indeed proud to unveil the National Dialogue Committee's report, which has been electronically submitted to the principals representing both the Kenya Kwanza and Azimio la Umoja leadership. It is our firm belief that the report has addressed the issues that form the basis of the talks, and the recommendations therein will progressively heal our wounds, foster togetherness, promote national unity, restore our national pride, and usher us to greater national prosperity. We have a wish to admit that the journey preceding this joyous occasion has not been easy. We have weathered many storms that threaten the very fabric of our national unity. We have endured the tumultuous cycles of violence that marred our aspirations and hindered our collective progress. The scars of our past, etched in the loss of lives, the devastation of property, and the crippling blows to our economy, served as milestones that mark the seasons of our collective national travail. Throughout this process, concessions have been made or were made. Entrenched positions were relinquished, but unwavering dedication to the welfare of our beloved nation prevailed. We have placed Kenya above personal ambitions, recognizing that our people's unity and our nation's prosperity are paramount. Kenyans, through the stakeholder engagements, added their voices to what ails us as a nation, and the pathways that would bring us to a place of national healing and reconciliation, which is the spirit of the report that we are launching today and its recommendations. Our journey towards redemption has been guided by a resolute commitment to rebuilding not just physical structures, but the very essence of our nationhood. Together, we have embraced the virtues of unity, togetherness, and love, recognizing that our duty transcends political affiliations. It extends to safeguarding the prosperity and the well-being of every Kenyan. The essence of our unity lies not in fighting over our differences, but in transcending them, in understanding that our diversity is a cornerstone of our strength. We stand firm in our belief that political contestations should and must never be a catalyst for animosity or hatred in our great nation, Kenya. Instead, they should serve as avenues for constructive and continuous dialogue, where differing ideologies converge in pursuit of the greater good of Kenyans. The report that we are presenting to the nation today is a product of compromises forged in the crucible of shared sacrifice and unwavering patriotism. It signifies a commitment to forging a path forward that embraces inclusivity, justice, and progress for all Kenyans. Let us solemnly pledge to uphold the values of brotherhood and sisterhood, to nurture a culture of love, and to safeguard the unity that defines us as a nation. Our prayer for the nation is that we find multiplicity and not division in our diversities, be they ideological, ethnic, political, or religious. May these days stand as a testament to our collective resolve to chart a new course for Kenya, one that embodies the true spirit of patriotism, unity, and our progress. I will now, with all respect, welcome my co-chair, His Excellency Vice President Kalonzo Musyoka, to read through our recommendations.
Thank you. And now our recommendations. The committee has been able to build consensus on a majority of issues. However, there is a divergent opinion on a few issues that have been referred to the leadership of the two coalitions for further consideration. To this end, the National Dialogue Committee has resolved the following amongst others. Number one, electoral justice and related matters. A, audit of the 2022 electoral process. NADCO has recommended the evaluation of the 2022 electoral process. B, restructuring and reconstitution of the IEBC. NADCO has recommended the establishment of an expanded selection panel from the current 7-member to a 9-member selection panel. C, time for resolution of presidential election petitions. NADCO recommends the increase of timelines within which the Supreme Court shall hear and determine a petition challenging the validity of a presidential election from 14 days to 21 days. D, electoral legal reforms. NADCO has recommended that legal reforms passed less than 18 months to the general elections become effective in the next electoral cycle. On cost of living, gharama ya maisha. A, NADCO recommends that all arms of government shall reduce their travel budgets by 50% and that the Salaries and Remuneration Commission review daily subsistence allowances for state and public officers with a view to reducing by 30%. B, NADCO recommends the Minister of Energy and Petroleum, in liaison with the National Treasury, to reduce the road maintenance levy and the anti-adulteration levy by 5 shillings and 3 shillings per litre, respectively. C, NADCO recommends that the national government finalizes the transfer of all devolved functions and provides for the concomitant resources to the county governments. D, NADCO recommends that Parliament shall amend the Constitution to provide for the equitable share to the county governments not to be less than 20% of all revenue collected by the national government from the current 15%. However, the committee was unable to reach a consensus on a number of other proposals on the matter of cost of living, including the reduction of VAT on fuel from 16% to 8%, and scrapping the housing levy. These twin issues are contained in the Finance Act 2023, I beg your pardon. Number 3, entrenching of funds into the Constitution. NADCO recommends the entrenchment of NGCDF, the National Government Affirmative Action Fund, GAF, and the Senate Oversight Fund. B, NADCO further recommends the Ward Development Fund to be established by statute. Number 4, establishment and entrenchment of state offices. A, NADCO recommends the establishment of the office of the leader of the official opposition, who is the leader of the largest party or the leader of a coalition of political parties that garnered the second greatest number of votes in the immediately preceding presidential elections with 2 deputies. B, NADCO further recommends the establishment the office of the Prime Minister to be nominated and upon approval by the National Assembly, appointed by the President. 5. Fidelity to the law on multi-party democracy. NADCO recommends the establishment of the Independent Political Parties Regulatory Commission as an independent body that shall be responsible for the registration of political parties and their office holders and the management of political parties' funds, a role currently vested in the office of the Registrar of Political Parties. Ladies and gentlemen, dear Kenyans, as the curtain falls on NADCO and the country continues on its journey of nation building, it was an honor for all men and women in this room who were called upon to step up and serve their mother country their country in its hour of need. On their behalf and of this delegation, we wish to acknowledge the commitment and dedication of the committee members, the able technical teams that, I think I have another one, the able technical teams okay, let me just do the acknowledgement bit again. The National Dialogue Committee wishes to thank the party leaders of the Kenya Kwanza Alliance and the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition for the exceptional display of patriotism and statesmanship that established the National Dialogue Committee with the objective of addressing issues of concern to the people of Kenya. The committee also expresses its gratitude to the Speaker of the National Assembly and the Speaker of the Senate, as well as the offices of the Clerk of the National Assembly and the Clerk of the Senate, for the support extended to the committee in the execution of its mandate. The committee further extends its appreciation to the Electoral Governance Institute for Africa, commonly referred to as ALGIA, for the support accorded to the committee. And Felix, if you're in the room, thank you very much. This is a gentleman who has been able to pay for our lunches, not Kimani Ichung'wa, as he wants, and conferencing as well. So don't go for Kimani's jugular. The committee also acknowledges the members of the public and the various institutions and organizations that appeared before the committee or submitted memoranda. Their submissions played a significant role in shaping the deliberations and the recommendations of this committee. The committee also benefited immensely from the technical teams from both parties to the dialogue committee, as well as the secretariat from the Parliamentary Service Commission, who worked tirelessly with the committee throughout this process. The committee wishes to acknowledge members of the public who have continued to keenly follow the proceedings of this committee, and the media, wonderful people, stakeholders, who ensured that the country remained updated at all times. It is now our pleasant duty and privilege on behalf of the National Dialogue Committee to present the report of the committee, which, as Kimani said, will already be, if it is not already happened, be transmitted electronically to the two coalition leaders. I thank you. Na kama kuna mtu mwenye swali, dakika moja tu, if it is indeed in order, because you have conducted deliberations in a very open and transparent manner. Kama kuna mtu mwenye swali, anaweza kuuliza, tumeelewana. Thank you. Actually, we honestly, and it was my special request, those young men and ladies you see sitting across there, they are the ones who have delivered this report. And we really would want to keep a record of this as the country moves forward. We really appreciate you for your professionalism. Yeah, by the way, the full report itself will be a matter what you have just given is a press statement. The details will be available to the country on the areas of agreement and the areas of disagreement, as we have highlighted briefly. And so this is important, I think, for all of us.